What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about a few things you can do to improve your overall survivability and hopefully never sink again. The things I'm going to mention here aren't exactly some of the most knowledgeable things people know, so I guarantee if you are a new or experienced player, you're likely going to learn something new in this video. Although with that being said, to start off, we're going to start at the very basics and then work our way up to some more advanced tactics and strategies you can use to improve your ability. And that is because there are a lot of new players on the ocean right now because of the release of Sea of Thieves on Steam. So to include everyone in these videos, we're going to take it back to the basics just a little bit. So that means if you did get this game for virtually free on the Game Pass when it released, you may not learn something right off the bat, but I promise you will later. Also, I do have a Discord link down in the description. If you are interested in that, feel free to join it to feature in some of my upcoming videos. But before we move on, I want to talk about another free cross-device game known as Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a free dark fantasy RPG mobile and PC game, and frankly, it's quite good. When you load up into the game, you can choose between 16 different factions, such as dwarves, undead hordes, orcs, and many, many more. My main home slices though are the Dark Elves. These bad boys are part of the Corrupt. The Dark Elves were once a single kingdom, with the High Elves becoming something like the Byzantine Empire in terms of style and politics. At some point in the past, they had a massive civil war over the usage of dark magic that saw many of them flee into exile, later becoming the Dark Elves. Self-sufficient, they swear allegiance to neither king nor queen and will line their pockets with coin upon every opportunity. I feel like you know why I like them now. Although, since they are part of the Corrupt, they are looked at as considerably evil, but since the Dark Elves have only just recently been turned, they may be the most neutral of the bad guys. Specifically though, I want to talk about the home slice Kael. Now, Kael is my favorite Dark Elf by far. Now, you don't have to take my word for that, but I do implore you to have a look at the 76,000 player reviews this hero has received and form your own opinion from there. He also has some really cool skills. For example, Acid Rain, which is my personal favorite. Acid Rain on its default level will attack all enemies and fill the turn meter of the champions by 25% for each enemy killed. That's pretty powerful. Also, don't even get me started on how good these graphics are. I've played a lot of mobile games and these are definitely some of the best. And if you know me, you know that I like good graphics, which draws me to this game every single time. But wait, that's not all. By the time you're watching this video, there should be a brand new tag team arena live in the game. I know you love arenas. The tag team arena is the next level of competition in PvP battles. Instead of a single 4 vs 4 battle like in classic arena, it's actually a series of 3 4 vs 4 battles. Now that's pretty hectic. Oh, and don't tell anyone, but since it's pretty new, right, the developers will be giving some special rewards to whoever manages to finish high up in the rankings. But you didn't hear that from me, okay? So if you're all about that PvP just like me, you're going to love the new tag team arena. So this is where I call upon you watching this video. Download Raid Shadow Legends via the link I have below, and if you are a new player, you will get 200,000 silver and 1 free champion named Treefella. That's this bad boy right here. You will find your extra rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only, so make sure you be quick. Massive thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is keg placement. Now this may sound a little bit mundane, but I cannot name the amount of times I've seen people sink because they've left kegs unattended on their deck. For the love of all things mighty, please just put your kegs on the crow's nest. The worst thing that's going to happen is you may get a little bit of a fire if it does get shot. Again, sounds simple, but very crucial. Okay? Right, so that's it for basic tips. Let's get on to the more advanced ones. So if you've managed to find yourself in a situation where water's flooding in faster than you can control it, or maybe you've got the top part of your ship locked off for some reason, whether it be some sort of PvE element or a crew is taking you down and you can't actually get up there without getting killed. If you do find yourself in this situation and you need to control the water, one really cool tip you can do is light fire to some part of your boat that doesn't currently have water in it. Once you have lit up a part of your boat, get the water from the bottom of your ship that's currently flooding in, then throw it over that fire. Not only will it get rid of the water that was in the bucket, it'll also maintain the fire, effectively working as some sort of recyclable method to not make you sink. Now the only downside of this is you need to have access to fire bombs, so don't waste them too soon when you start up your voyage. They may become useful in a situation like this. This is a fairly universal type of approach to fixing an issue, but it is very specific based. Moving on to the final tip, which is quite valuable in my opinion. So there's a little thing you need to know. Every bucket in the game, including the one you have on, has some sort of of capacity limit. Now that means if you do manage to time it at the right situation, you can effectively get 2 scoops of water with 1 bucket. If you don't understand what I mean, just watch this clip. I'm going to replay it a few times so you can get the idea. But essentially, if you do have a full bucket and you find a little bit more water added to the bottom of your ship, one thing you can do is throw out the water, then recollect it at a bigger dose. This is very effective of maintaining ship control if you are close to sinking, or if you just want to get out some water from your boat. So the method I used in this clip is quite a basic form of it, but just take note, the amount of water you can store in your bucket is a lot higher than you'd imagine. You just have to test it for yourself to work out exactly how much it is. In my experience, it seems you could patch up 2 tier 2 holes of water with 1 bucket scoop if you do use this method. Now, as I said, there is a capacity limit, so if you do find yourself doing this tactic and there's a bit of water left over, it's likely that you won't be able to pick that up, so you just have to go ahead, throw that water out, and then re-get the second bucket. The best way you can work it out is just by going out there and testing it for yourself. This is a very useful tip, and I guarantee if you're in a high intensity situation, it may just possibly save your ship from sinking. So that's it. Those are my tips to stopping you from sinking. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to let me know by leaving a like on the video and or subscribing. And if you have any other cool tips as well, please post them down in the comment section because I'd love to read them. With that being said though, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video.